So I'm out of Frinton this morning, just a drive down to the Essex coast, not very far, and it's a glorious morning but very cold wind, so I don't suppose I'll see too many people there. My plan is to run along the top here, which is known as the Greensward, and make my way to Walton, and then hopefully go down to the beach and run back along the beach. So it should be a nice run. As we go along this first bit, I'll do a bit of a voiceover, I think, that will tell you a little bit about Frinton and how it developed. So let's go. This is the Grand Hotel. It was opened in 1896. Frinton-on-Sea is mentioned in the Domesday Book in 1086. It seems to have been a farming community, and Fry Tuna was its name listed. The population at that time was approximately 20 to 30 people. And we look down there, and here's the famous Frinton Clock Tower and Shelter. Yeah. Brings back many memories. Along here is the main shopping road. Originally, lots of high-class shops in the 20s and 30s became known as the Bond Street of East Anglia. And then here, Frinton is one of the few seaside places where you actually have to pay to use the toilets. 20p last time I came. Let's hope it's still 20p. Oh, yeah. Feeling a bit better for that, so we'll make our way along this greensward. In 1801, Frinton had an area of 469 acres and a population of 31. There was very little growth in the early part of the 19th century, and indeed in 1871 the population was listed as 54. You just get a glimpse of the beach down there. Lovely beach at Frinton, and off in the distance there's Walton Pier, where we are heading. In 1864, the engineer Peter Brough extended the railway line from Thorpe-le-Soken to Walton-on-the-Naze. Peter Brough was also responsible for the Chapel Viaduct. The Great Eastern Railway built a station at Frinton in 1888. There were all sorts of plans for extending Frinton, but by 1891 the population had still only reached 87. The problem was lack of a viable water supply. This problem was solved by Peter Brough when he formed the Tendring Hundred Water Company and piped in water from Mistley. In 1893, Sir Richard Powell Cooper bought a large area of land in Frinton. He owned some of the greensward and the seafront, and in 1895 he developed a golf course, and later in 1896 a tennis club, and then the resort really began to take off. Between 1891 and 1911, Frinton developed from a population of 87 to a small town size with a population of 1,510 people. Frinton's golden years occurred between the wars. They were dubbed the Royal Years. The town became the exclusive place to be, and anyone who was anyone spent the summer season. Well, in the 1920s and 30s, with the advent of the motor car, wealthy people living in London could have a second home by the coast, and many chose to do that in Frinton. In 1934, an area near the sea was set aside where the most modern houses at the time were to be built. This wasn't a great success as the houses were deemed to be too modern, but it's quite interesting that the houses which have survived are the Art Deco houses. So Frinton was pretty much complete by 1935. Well, the town hasn't changed a great deal since then. There was an enormous fuss when they opened the first pub in Frinton in September 2000, would you believe? Well, we're headed to Walton Pier and then our run back along the beach, which I was really looking forward to. Well, the lovely Greensward comes to an end around here as we begin to head into Walton-on-Sea. And all the years that we've been coming here, I've never actually done this little bit. So we're pretty close to Walton Pier now. Let's go down here to the promenade, and I'll stay on the promenade for now and go on the beach on the way back. Isn't that lovely? Here on the promenade there's quite a variety of brightly coloured beach huts. These matching ones are all very new, of course. Right, so this is Walton. Unlike the refined Frinton, it's a bit less refined. Have a walk along the pier? Oh, let's do that. There we are, huge great corridor of arcade machines. View from the pier, Walton-on-Sea tower in the distance. I won't go right down to the end, I think it's actually closed off anyway. Oh dear, excuse me. Right. Okay, looking out there. There's the beach huts that we passed, and in the distance you might just be able to see the tower blocks in Frinton. Right, so we quickly make our way back through the arcade hell to get outside. Okay, having used the free facilities at this end, I'll run back to Frinton along the beach. Right, let's go down onto the beach. The beach from Walton back to Frinton is very, very nice indeed. Should be remembered though that the tide does go right the way up to the sea wall. So if you come and visit at high tide, then there's no beach at all. It's also worth noting that I'm doing this run in February on a very cold day, so there are very few people around. It does get a fair bit busier than this, but there always seems to be room on Frinton Beach, even in the peak summertime. Oh, this is wonderful. It's been a few years, I think, since I ran along the beach. If you're enjoying the video, please leave a like and think about subscribing. It is free. It's always great to know that people like the videos. Right, a quick stop for a flapjack and a drink. And we can just about see here that we're approaching the tower blocks in Frinton. People appearing down here now. It's mainly dog walkers sharing the beach with me this morning. Right, we're well on the way back now to Frinton. There's the tower blocks there. That little dog on the right almost tripped me up. Oh! I seem to be attracting attention from all the dogs here. Had one almost trip me up. I didn't see him coming. And another one just didn't like the high vis, as they often don't. Never mind. Pretty breezy here, so the drones are having trouble flying. It's not very good in the wind at all. Never mind, we did try. Go along now and then go back up to the Greensward. So back at the car, 5.4 miles. It was a really beautiful run. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I can recommend it as a run or as a walk. Choose a nice day, and if you want to run back or walk back along the beach, then make sure the tide's out. Okay, thanks for coming with me, and until I see you again, look after yourselves, take care, all the best, and bye for now.